I've heard of audience participation shows, but this is ridiculous.
Friday night, and we are live on YouTube with Friday night. Yeah, we'll leave it at Friday night. Hello to everybody in the chat. Congratulations to Franco for being first in the chat. Sword and Storm's in there too. Paul Dickinson, are not Brian with his wrench. Gavin Blackburn, Destron's in there with his wrench. Atom Gray as well. And hi to everybody else who joins in tonight on the panel. Swap Shop, guest number 1. Z3PO and Istophobos, who's got a bit of entertainment news for us. If you want to fire away with that, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, so Disney decided to pick a fight with YouTube and jack up the prices on all of their channels that YouTube this broadcast for YouTube Premium. So, and basically Disney's big. It's like a $200 billion company, but YouTube's like a $3 trillion company. And so Disney decided to get into a dick measuring contest with YouTube. And YouTube went and bought the Oscars from them. Ooh. Disney has been, ABC has been broadcasting the Oscars for 50 years straight. But starting in 3 years, the Oscars will now be broadcast from YouTube Premium. And that was a huge slap in the face with a giant $3 trillion. You know what? It just says, you know what? Maybe don't start a slap fight with a company that much bigger than you are. So I thought I like it when Disney loses. What can I say?
Doesn't everybody really? We always like to see the big guy getting a bit of a beat down.
Yeah, and apparently the Oscars, it's more than just, a show. There's quite a bit of prestige attached to having the rights to that. It is a huge loss of face for Bob Iger and company. He will be forever known as the guy who lost the Oscars.
I think that's going to lose a potential huge chunk of audience for the Oscars. I mean, massive amounts. Not everybody's going to want to go to YouTube Premium. I do YouTube Premium, but I don't think I'd go out my way to watch the Oscars. There's nothing funny about watching a lot of rich hypocrites just being sycophants for a night. I want to thank the Academy and all this, that, and the other. And like Ricky Gervais said, just go up, accept your award, say thank you, and get lost. They ought to, they ought to take that to heart a bit more, I think.
Yeah, the ratings have been, consistently going down over time. It might be YouTube TV, not YouTube Premium. I don't know. Or maybe they'll just show them for everybody. They don't necessarily. They could just put them on normal YouTube as
well. Oh, sorry, but Gavin Blackburn's made me laugh. The Oscars will have to read out super chats. That is fantastic. That is brilliant. I'm going to star that. Atom Gray, hello, mate. He says YouTube will copyright strike themselves for showing movie clips. Oh, dear. Garbage Who AI says, just ask Ricky Gervais what he thinks of the Oscars. A lot of people say that about the Oscars. It's all, I don't know, unnecessary pomp and circumstance. And I don't find it being tremendously relevant in this day and age. I mean, it's a good thing it's going to YouTube, I suppose. More power to digital platforms over traditional broadcast means. But I think it's a huge coup.
Yeah, Jim Cameron just took a huge dig at them. He did an interview and he said, the awards people never look at movies like mine. And I had to make a choice. Do I want awards or do I want movies that actually people go see?
James Cameron's movies are terrible. I know, Aliens was good. Titanic, I suppose, was good for the masses. I like True Lies and Terminator. But I'd say about a good 70% of what is made is kind of a bit trashy.
They make money though, and people go and see them, unlike the awardee movies.
The thing is, though, the experience of going to the cinema in this current financial climate, cinemas are unreal. You pay an extortionate price for the ticket itself, and then people want you to pay like 12 quid for a big, carton of pop. and maybe some popcorn. And then by the time you've done, you spent 50 or 60 quid. And it's just absolutely ridiculous.
And now they have 40 minutes of commercials before the damn movie starts.
What do you think,
the
Z?
biggest thing that we're missing here is the age of the Hollywood celebrity is dead. These pomp and circumstance, as you so call it, award ceremonies, are nothing more than them just huffing each other's farts.
Yeah.
We've had enough of it. Fuck off.
I heard the UK was actually having a problem with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo's farts, right? They made a big deal about their emissions.
What about you, Swappers? You're quiet on the Trump situation in Hollywood.
Excuse me, I just let one go. Yeah, I think, I never used to watch the Oscars anyway. Before, 15 years ago, I might have paid attention. But after that, I just lost interest. All it is just celebrities patting each other on the back, giving each other blowies, earning probably loads of money for whatever, getting over expensive goodie bags with stuff in it that we would probably beg to own, and they're getting given it for free. And it's just self-promotion, the whole thing, just sycophantic arrogance and psychopathy for an entire night of showing the world how much better than everyone they are. And I just got sick of it. I'm completely sick of it. Completely stopped watching. Lost any interest in the Oscars whatsoever. And these days, if your film wins Academy Awards, it doesn't mean shit, does it? Really?
No, not really.
There's so many boring crap movies out there that don't, really aren't any worth whatsoever. That no one watches. That some like toffee-nosed idiots behind a desk at the Academy declare are the greatest thing ever, but everyone else thinks are absolute crap. And and I can't wait. I mean, I never watched it anyway, so I can't wait not to watch it on YouTube. So
yeah. Well, it's going to lose a lot of ground, I think. You know. I think it's a huge coup, but it's also going to backfire spectacularly because the Academy is going to lose a lot of audience.
Well, there's no downside to that.
Well, I suppose.
No, I mean, the Oscars have been meaningless ever since Harvey Weinstein figured out that he could buy them.
Yeah,
so
I agree with that.
So nobody when Shakespeare in Love, that's when it all started.
Yeah. It's just totally out of order. Anyway, moving on, it was a bit of a sad day on the 16th. Gil Gerard passed away at 82. He'd been having a bit of a struggle, a short illness with cancer. He unfortunately passed away. He didn't win that particular battle. But, a few facts about Gil Gerard. Born in 1943 in Little Rock, Arkansas. That sounds very familiar. That's Clinton territory, isn't it, if I remember right? Can anybody confirm or deny?
I do not know.
I think it is. That is a nice picture. He was I don't mean to sound like a gay or nothing, but he was quite a handsome chap back in the day. The only problem was he kind of got himself self-typecast, didn't he? Because after Buck Rogers, he didn't really do anything. And he came from doing like Menly adverts, for aftershave and razors and shaving foam and that kind of thing. So, he fit this role at that time, but he didn't expand his career in the way that I think he should have done. And that kind of left him in a bit of a slump. And then all the demons of living in Hollywood started to creep in. But, Buck Rogers, what's your first memories, Z, of Buck Rogers?
It is, in fact, Buck Rogers. I used to be religiously stuck to watching that show.
Right after World of Sport, bizarrely enough.
Yeah. And, every Monday in the playground, there we'd be doing our Tweaky impressions.
I used to have a haircut back in the late 70s that kind of resembled that. I think everybody had the pudding bowl at one time or another, didn't they, in the 70s?
Well, yeah. I mean, I had mine all the way up to the age of 15, which is why I never speak to my mother anymore.
Oh, goodness. You didn't look like Dwayne Dibley, did you, by any chance?
Bloody did.
Crikey. Did somebody put Miley Cyrus put a thing on, didn't she, on Twitter? Somebody sent her a picture of it looking Dwayne Dibley, and she said, if one more person sends me a picture of Dwayne Dibley. Oh, dear. She's a scary lass.
She can look so strange.
Yeah,
It's
it's the eyebrow thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what? Why? Why? Seriously, why would somebody do that? Because I don't know. It just looks absolutely bizarre. Does somebody like say, well, celebrities aren't looking androgynous enough, so do your eyebrows, love? Swappers, what's your first memory of Gil Gerard? Is it like everybody else, Buck Rogers?
It is. It has to be Buck Rogers. Yeah.
Biddy.
I remember seeing that first trailer on ITV for it, thinking it was a movie coming out of the cinema, and I couldn't believe my luck when it was going to be on TV.
I know.
I thought, oh my God, look at these spaceships. They're amazing. Oh, when's this on? I almost exploded. Being saturated in Star Wars at the time, I couldn't get enough of that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it was riding the coattails, wasn't it, of the Star Wars wave back in the late 70s. After Battlestar kind of fizzled out a little bit due to budgets, Glenn A. Larson kind of picked up the pieces, took a few bits with him, and did Buck Rogers. And we got John Dykstra as well doing the motion control on all the launch scenes. And I'm going to play one of the launch scenes from Buck Rogers because I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's one of my all-time favorites. Do you remember when he ended up on the flagship Draconia on his way back to Earth?
Amazing.
And then they disconnect him. Well, I'm just going to play a quick scene. I hope the copyright gods are going to play nice.
Prepare to launch alien vessel. 5 seconds to launch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch.
I love that scene. The launch tubes are just absolutely fantastic things from the 1970s. And that's just got John Dykstra all over it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a little futuristic take on the aircraft carrier catapult.
I like that.
So are you going to ask me what are you going to ask me what my first memory of him was?
I was indeed. I was waiting. I was getting around to you. I'd not forgotten. So what was your first memory of Gil Gerard?
That would probably be, I know he started out as a soap opera actor. It was Airport 77.
Yeah, you're right. He was in that.
And
I forgot all about that.
He was actually on Little House on the Prairie.
Wow.
And Hawaii Five-0.
Brilliant.
But obviously, his profound effect on me came from his beloved role as Buck Rogers. Although, to be honest, I'm usually looking at Wilma Deering in her either.
Right. I'm just going to give you all a choice here, lads. You can only pick one. You can't have a space three-way. If you've got, Wilma Deering or Princess Ardala, you have to do one. Which one is it? Who gets it, Swappers?
Oh, God, no, don't do this to me. I'll probably go for Ardala. She's a bit more well-endowed, I think.
Oh, Pamela Hensley. She was hot back in the day. Z, what about you? You can only have one of them. Who do you do?
Ardala.
Nice.
Give me those mommy milkers.
Oh, dear. What about you, Esther? Who would you have out of the pair?
Oh, I have a little. See, it's always the nice girls that are wildcats in the sack. I'll be Wilma all day long. Although, man, Pamela Hensley, she was gorgeous, and I actually think when she was playing Ardala, she didn't look quite as beautiful as she usually did on her TV appearances. But that's just the face part. The rest of her was totally rocking. But I'm Team Wilma all the way. Especially, I'm not a fan of season 2, but that little sailor suit she wore, did all kinds of tingly sensations for me.
Moist.
Critical.
Do you know, I can't actually find a decent image anywhere of Pamela Hensley as Princess Ardala.
She was in Matt Houston as well, though, wasn't she?
She was. That was my sort of first memory of her, even though I knew she was in Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of linked it with Matt Houston. In fact, she was probably the only reason my dad watched it. Because it was like, oh, you've got to watch this. Why? There's a helicopter in it. And I'm like, rhubarb. I know exactly why you're watching this. And that's why I'm watching it as well. That was a short-lived and really fun show. Oh, that was it. Lee Horsley, was it? If I remember right.
Yeah, that's right. He had an awesome car, didn't he?
Oh,
What ever happened to him? He kind of fizzled out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of a big stud there he was the Grizzly Adams kind of big bear of a man, and then he just sort of disappeared. But she was on all sorts of TV shows. She was on the Robert Urich show Vegas. She was in Rollerball and the Rockford Files. And she is gorgeous. She's absolutely beautiful. But something about
something? I found a picture of Lee Horsley, and you know who he reminds me of? As soon as I looked at him, and I'm like, he reminds me of somebody.
Tom Selleck?
No, Thomas Jane.
Mm.
He kind of resembles him a bit. It's really, really freaky.
I can see that, but he's kind of got that smirky swagger about him. Sort of like if Tom Selleck and Thomas Jane had a kid, it'd be Lee Horsley.
I love it. That is just bang on. I'm just gonna see if I can find that. I'm gonna stick a photo up now of Lee Horsley because
he is an accident between the two of them, isn't he?
You know, he was in Tarantino's Hateful Eight. He's
really,
he had an entire. He was in Django Unchained. He was in Hateful Eight. He was in Touched by an Angel. I preferred the other series, Touched by Father Mulligan, but that one wasn't quite as fun.
3 Hail Marys and 5 sheep before dawn. Who's Dawn? Yeah, I can't find the image. That's not working out.
That Paradise show, that's the one you're talking about, right?
I don't rightly know, to be honest. So I'm just trying to find this. Right, there we go. Yeah, looking at that, I mean, he does.
Yeah.
Featuring Thomas Jane.
See the one on the bottom on the right, though? That's all Tom Selleck. But you're right about the Thomas Jane.
Right, yeah.
Moustache that wouldn't look out of place at the Blue Oyster Bar.
I've just, strangely enough, started rewatching The Expanse. And he's in that, and he's really good in it.
Yeah. Why are we looking at men when we had sort of a hot?
Well, we were talking about Gil Gerard, weren't we? Bless him. Just a few facts on Gil Gerard, if I can get this bloody thing working. It's all right. Technical difficulties. I can't multitask. I thought an extra screen would be a godsend, but it's more of a curse than anything.
So I'm get used to it.
Yeah. It's looking up because it's I'm under the stairs. 2 monitors in my little studio. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, you're Harry Potter broadcasting.
Yeah. Gilbert Cyril Gerard. God, he'd been married a load of times. In fact, he married 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
It just it doesn't mention them all. It's just 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm sure he was married and divorced 6 times. But
it was in over 400 commercials.
Yeah. I mean, one of his parents was very theatre inclined, and that's how he got into it. He went to Little Rock Catholic High School, and then later the University of Central Arkansas, but dropped out before graduation. That sounds about right. Then he went to New York and became a cab driver at night and working off Broadway during the day. So that's kind of how he got discovered. But it's weird because he was lined up to run a chemical plant in Arkansas. And he was everybody loved him, all the management loved him, and they were going to train him up, and he was going to be the next head of whatever. And then he ditched it all and decided to go to New York, which is weird.
Well, yeah, he studied theater. Let's see, I don't remember where, but it was one of it looks like that's what he really wanted to do. He had a kid with Connie Selleck named Jib.
Yeah.
Gil Gerard, who's a bit of a Nepo baby.
I think
Yeah.
it's Gib because his
Gib.
name's
Yeah, you're
Gilbert,
right.
same as
Yeah,
Gil
Gil
Gerard.
and Gib. Yeah, I just read it there, and I'm like, oh yeah, he
He looks like his mum, doesn't he?
he has his mother's eyes, but his father's face. But
You have a
looks like
woman's eyes.
he's done an odd amount of Christmas movies. That's all I can say.
He had his demons, didn't he? And certainly he had a bit of a comeback through, how can I put it? Letting himself go. And then he kind of got back into TV that way, didn't he? And he got paid to have a gastric band operation, and then he was losing weight on TV, if I remember right.
Yeah, he also drove a cab while he was working on Broadway too.
Yeah, I did mention that previously.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Chat.
Yeah, but it's a shame, really. You know, he could have like gone somewhere. And he never really recovered after Buck Rogers. He was kind of typecast, wasn't he? But Buck Rogers was a real good ride until the second season. Oh, I'm glad you found a picture, Swappers. Until the second season. And he kind of went, you know, these scripts are really bad. So I'm going to start acting bad. He wasn't the best of actors. I mean, he got like that cheeky wink, didn't he, in the first season? He was really good. He was going to be touted as the spy for the Earth Central Directorate. And he was going to go on missions where the rest of them couldn't, because it would cause political issues or, you know, get the Earth Defense Directorate in big hot water. So he was going to be like a super spy, and that didn't really pan out. It was just kind of like, oh, Buck, we want to do this thing. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. You know, he kind of, I don't know. He had potential, you know?
Yeah, and he had other demons besides food. He definitely had his run-in with, you know, drugs and
Nose
alcohol.
candy?
Yep.
It's funny that. What is it about LA and nose candy?
Well, it's available, and if you're a movie star, you have the money to go and acquire it.
Do you know something? I don't. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. You know. I suppose you've got people going, well, you need to keep up, and you need to do this, that, and the other, and you know, to do that, you've got to do certain things which are considered vicey. Not for me, I'm afraid. You know, most exciting thing I do these days is have a Johnny Walker or a nice single malt. Hello, Brian.
Oh, and when you're a celebrity, you don't even have to go get it for yourself. It's delivered to you.
Yeah, there's somebody there to wipe your bum, isn't there, virtually?
It's easy and ubiquitous, and you can afford it. So you did fail to mention that, you know, it can be quite fun to a lot of people. It's not just about staying awake on a long shoot.
Sherbet Dab, says Brian. I like that. Thank you to Brian as well. Brian sent me a Christmas card. I got it in the post today, so thank you ever so much for that, my friend.
Really? He sent me dick pics.
Did he? Again? What you like?
I know.
You ought to see the one I sent him. I did him a nice Die Hard Christmas card. But he does a lot of hard work behind the scenes for the show. I mean, the slides and production notes and research and stuff like that. I mean, for the Trek December, crikey, he's played a blinder, you know? He's done all the slides for all the movies we're covering. It really does a fantastic job. Thank you, Brian. Hats off to you, my friend. Hope you and the family have a good Christmas. Sorry?
When did dick pics become a thing? Because for most of my life, no one would even consider that as being sort of a thing.
I don't know. Is it Richard Nixon or Richard Dean Anderson? What kind of dick? You didn't specify.
Well, the kind that Z got and the
Oh dear, that's a little bit rum. Anyway, it's a shame. We were supposed to have Matt from Going to the Pictures on tonight, but there was a bit. We've had a bit of a pizza gate, haven't we? We've had a pizza dilemma. Unfortunately, Matt's had to bow out for tonight, so he did sort of stick his head round the door, tell us what the issue was. So thank you anyway, Matt. You would have loved this. Oh, I've got a feeling, Esther, you're going to be overwhelmed with this. Has everybody seen the awful trailer for Supergirl, Guardian of the Galaxy.
Sadly, yes, with the sound
Yes, unfortunately so. This is going to be the James Gunniest movie that ever James Gunn, the James Gunn verse.
And I know Matt loves to talk about James Gunn movies because they're a bone of contention. There's rumours on Twitter, or X, or whatever you want to call it these days, that test screenings haven't gone down so well because Seth Rogen has made an appearance in the film. And they're not liking him for some reason.
Oh, a shocker.
What's not to like with Seth Rogen? I mean, he's just fantastic. He's the best thing ever.
It's like she's her own kind of girl boss who doesn't play by the rules. She's going to do things her own way and not live up to your expectations, just like every other bitchy, unlikable girl boss we've seen in the last 10 years, with the same amount of piss filter on the camera. Everything 6 pillow cast.
Do you know what my first red flag was? The bad CGI dog, and then this. The dog takes a waz on a picture of Superman. Let's disrespect the second biggest character in the DC franchise.
My initial reaction was vinyl, cool, to be almost immediately followed by, oh, F you, James Gunn.
Yeah. Imagine my shock says punchable face. Brian says Seth played the dog's urine. Oh, Franco says it'll flop bigger than Superman. Oh, dear, that Superman film, it's still bugging me. And it kind of jumped the shark when I saw Nathan Fillion in that, and I thought, why? Why? Seriously.
Yeah, he's such a talent and was absolutely wasted in that movie.
And I thought it ripped off a bit of a Disney IP as well. When does the distraction for Superman and he chucks that little creature and it turns into like a kaiju.
Yeah.
I thought that looked like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch to start with, and I thought somebody is going to get sued here.
It moved a lot like Stitch, but this is different because this is directed by definitely not a James Gunn alias, and also written by definitely not a James Gunn alias. So,
yes,
this should be quite different.
Written by Madjez Nug.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, this trailer, it's got, he doesn't have to be in the credits. He's in charge of the whole kit and caboodle, and this has his fingerprints all over this trash.
How do we pronounce her name? Is it Melissa Benoist?
I think it's
Benoit.
Ah.
Like the Benoit
Like the wrestler. Like as in Chris Benoit. Oh, so is she a bit of a Cajun lass? She certainly looks.
No. She's got good genes.
She looks a little...
it's not her. We know who's got good genes. Don't we, Swap, as your favorite, Sydney Sweeney?
She looks like she's got a touch of the inbred to me. Do
you know the first thing I thought when I saw her? Like a young Natasha Lyonne. She kind of has that vibe from American Pie.
But she's missing two of the primary features of Natasha Lyonne.
Well, yeah. Cara Danvers. And I thought, hang on a minute. Cara Danvers? We know her name's Cara. But I kind of got the Carol Danvers. Are they sort of like doing, is he having Oh, and then you've got Katie McGrath as Lena Luthor. Come on. That is just... All I thought, all the way through this trailer, it was like, it's just Guardians. Like this scene here. She's waiting at her space bus stop.
Yeah, but not
She's
as
hungover.
good.
Yeah, I know.
Guardians, but crappier.
Guardians, the first one, fantastic. Second one, third one, oh, God. And then, he went to DC, and he's just making a swill load of pig swill. It's like, I don't know why. Everything this guy's touching at the moment just turns to pig swill. That's my own opinion.
That's not a Marvel-looking spaceship. Oh, yeah, kind of is. Listen, everything he thinks he's being irreverent, but he's actually disrespectful, and he thinks he's being edgy, but he's actually literally pissing on everything that people love. And this
Oh.
last thing with Peace Wanker, it did not work out well.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's all right. I titted up. Sword in the Storm says that's the cast of the TV show, Trev. Yeah, I'm on the wrong bit of IMDb. TV series. There
You're
we go.
not going to be. This looks like a TV show. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. It's the same old slop that we're used to, including, again, the yellow piss filter that puts the unpleasant cast on everything. The CGI, the cinematography looks crap. It's just.
There we go. Millie Alcock. Sorry, I do apologize to everybody. That's the price you pay for having like 10 tabs open in Chrome.
Oh, I thought you were comparing this to the TV show. Which
No,
is why you brought them on.
definitely not.
Okay, yes, that's Millie Alcock, and she
And
looks
no
like she
balls.
has a little touch of the Appalachian in her.
Yeah. Thank you, Sword. Thank you for letting me know about that. You know, I do mess up every now and again. But just look at it. The whole, it's like, I'm a sassy lass, and
With
you're going to suck it
Star-Lord's
up.
coat, by the way.
Yeah. Is she a Ravager? I mean, are they going to follow the backstory? I mean, Helen Slater, crikey, I still can't get over. They didn't progress any further with Helen Slater's version of Supergirl, because Helen Slater was fit.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Z?
Oh, I love Helen Slater as Supergirl. It's such a crummy, corny film, but it really does have a special place in my heart.
Yeah, the Faye Dunaway thing just didn't work out for me. Swappers, what did you reckon to the original Supergirl back in the 80s?
Helen Slater was absolute perfection for that role. Just
And
like
if you look at pictures of her now, she's still tasty.
Yeah, she is still gorgeous. I mean, Christopher Reeve will always be the perfect casting for Superman, and she was just as good for Supergirl. Obviously, the film wasn't as good, but just there couldn't have been a better person to play that role. You know, she was innocent, she was beautiful, she was, you know, strong-willed, everything that you'd need in a comic character of that type and superhero. And she was respectable. You rooted for her. You know, you wanted her to win as the hero. They got everything right with that character, even though the film wasn't necessarily great. But they just can't do it these days. The formula is right there for them to copy, and they just do everything but, don't they, these days?
Sword in the Storm says Helen Slater played Kara's mum in the TV show. The thing is, you know, all these DCU TV shows, I have just not bothered with them at all. I've never got past, viewing-wise, Star Trek. And when I say that, I mean original series, Next Gen, Voyager, and Deep Space Nine, and Enterprise. I kind of like Enterprise too. But furthest I've got with anything pretty much is like The Blacklist, and I've just started rewatching The Expanse. Wow, that show is just awesome. I could talk all day about The Expanse, but that's not why we're here. And like you were saying, Esther, she has got that touch of Appalachia to her.
Yeah, I met Helen Slater about 8 years ago at one of the smaller Comic-Cons. She hasn't had any of that weird facial work done. She still looks absolutely gorgeous. It's like true beauty really ages well. And she was smart and very friendly and would sit and talk with fans for hours. She was such a pleasant human being, and she was still absolutely gorgeous.
Her rendition of Supergirl was fantastic because she kept it extremely feminine. And I thought that was like a key selling point. Whereas you've got Millie Alcock in this one, and she's like a sassy tomboy, but you can't tell her because she's being misogynistic. Just a quickie, down and save. Hi, Trev and panel. Hello to Andrew Brent. Thank you. Admiral Teague, hello. He says Enterprise underrated. I definitely agree with that.
She's TikTok Supergirl. That's what she is.
Yeah. That's a fair assumption, to be fair. And look at this, typical James Gunn. We're going to have lots of like soundtrack from his formative years.
Yeah,
because
you already got Blondie in the trailer. And you can bet that's going to be paid to death.
Oh, 80s pop music. What a shocker. No one's ever done that.
And a disco ball. And then you've got this dog frowning at
Star-Lord.
it. That dog is just, it's crap. I know it's CGI and it's nice to have a dog in it, but, you know, when you need a CGI character to prop everything up for you. And I thought Crypto was naffing Superman anyway.
I just realized something. Whereas classic Superman, Supergirl, Crypto is like a white lab, you know, sort of regal, and these movies are the scruffy mutt version
back one
of the superheroes.
Do you know what he is?
The dog tells you what the movie is.
He's the Rocket of this movie. That's all he is. For some reason, James Gunn has to have some like anthropomorphic animal, you know, there as like I don't know what it's going to be. To
Merchandising.
But
that too.
But I say the movie is actually this dog, and instead of being a beautiful, reliable, loyal pet, the movie itself is the scruffy mutt that pisses all over your furniture.
So in reality, this is just the second movie in the Crypto trilogy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh God, there's going to be a third one, is there?
Probably.
Do you know, David Corenswet just wasn't Superman-y enough to be Superman. Why get rid of Cavill? He, while, you know, Christopher Reeve will always to me Superman, you know, because like late 70s and the 80s, when you were a kid, the first person you thought of when you think of Superman was Christopher Reeve. And it's an absolute shame what happened to him in the long run. But since then, the only person, you know, that I thought was really good in a cinematic way was, in fact, Henry Cavill. Because that other guy, I forgot his name now. Oh, he was in Chuck, and I mentioned him a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, Brandon Routh? Routh?
He was a one-hit wonder, wasn't he? And he didn't really do a good job. Nicolas Cage took the money and ran. That would have been interesting. He got $5 million for that just for trying the suit on. Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
But
have you seen that?
Don't you want him to see a giant spider in space, though?
I don't know. I tell you what. I know it's totally implausible, and this is just me being a fanboy here. But has anybody ever read the comic Superman versus Aliens?
Yes.
I'd kind of like to see that. You know, he goes to a planet to help people out and rescue them, loses his power, gets face hugged. I mean, that's just fantastic.
Well, Disney already ruined Aliens, but Netflix did something very significant regarding Superman in this movie. I don't know if you've noticed, but they're already putting out marketing materials with like Netflix press Warner Brothers. This is all we're going to have to offer you. And they show thumbnails of Zack Snyder's stuff and Matt Reeves stuff, but there's not a single James Gunn image in their entire montage. What does that tell you?
Do you know, I think, you know, physical media, like we were saying the other week, has never been more important than it is right now. And I think, you know, everybody should get into Jellyfin and stuff like that. Make your own Netflix at home. The technology is there, you know, and it's not that hard to do it, you know.
Who is this kid? I'm sick.
This is Eve Ridley, and she plays Ruthie Mayer Knoll. So I'm guessing these are all... yeah.
Listen, Superman really pissed me off, but this trailer, it just filled me with apathy. It just filled me with I don't care anymore.
Well, it's all the cliches of modern movies, and I think Gunn's going to roll them all into one. And that's what this film's exactly going to be. It's going to be trope, stolen, that idea from there. No originality. He must be the only person in the writer's room. And he's just got somebody there going, oh, marvellous, that's a great idea. Oh, yeah, you've got to stick that in. That's a great idea. And he could be talking total rubbish. And you've got some sycophant there telling him exactly what he wants to hear. But I'm guessing the majority of people that sort of latch on to Millie Alcock's Kara, right? I think they're going to be like orphans from this Kryptonian colony. Because it was a colony, wasn't it, of Krypton?
Yes, but you do see the bottled city of Argo in the trailer as well, don't you?
Yeah,
I mean,
that energy
Calandra?
shield, and it didn't work because it got took over in a day. And I'm guessing she must be like some kind of princess of this colony, judging by.
That's Appalachia right there, buddy. Well, I
That
think
is
James
not
Gunn
right.
he's reached the pinnacle of apathy.
Yeah,
He
she
should be
doesn't.
proud.
She doesn't look. I don't know. I mean,
Heroic?
she. I wouldn't say she's ugly,
I would.
but I wouldn't say she's particularly attractive or appealing. You know, I mean, maybe Gen Z and millennials will lap this up, or maybe not. I don't know.
There's
Oh.
something a little bit freakish about her, and I find it very
Hmm.
off-putting to look at her.
Off-put? Did you say off-pudding or off-putting?
Off-putting.
Either one works.
all she seems to do in this trailer is drink heavily. What is it about the L family? Because that's what they are. And Jason Momoa's in it as well as a character called Lobo. That should be interesting because I'm not being mean, Jason. You have all the acting range of a piece of balsa wood.
I think it'd make a good Lobo.
Yeah, any money this movie makes is going to be because of him, not her.
He's basically reprising the role of Ronin from Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah, he's a good advert for Cuprinol, and that's about it. I mean, I didn't particularly like him as Ronin, but, he kind of grew on me in the long run. Ronan Dex from Stargate Atlantis. Thank you, Brian. Hats off to you, mate. £10 super chat from Not Brian Wrenched. He says, Gunn's Supergirl looks horrendous, but for his nihilistic take on the character, Millie Alcock is a great choice. She's a very promising actress and terrific in Tim Minchin's series Upright. Also,
I've seen that.
Where's the rest of the message? Oh, Sword says Lobo wasn't in the book. Interesting.
No, he wasn't.
No, but he needs to gather a team of misfits so they can go on their little irreverent adventure.
There's the rest of Brian's comment there, but Helen Slater, she isn't, and I quite rightly agree there.
And nihilism, that's what I really want in my escapist entertainment. Thank you.
Oh, look, here we go. Back to Guardians of the Galaxy. This is just like a Ravagers scene. The first thing I'm expecting there is some guy to go and say, Taser face.
Yep.
Are you getting that vibe, Z?
Oh, I most certainly am. They just got Guardians all over it. But then all of his recent projects have been, haven't they? Peacemaker was very Guardians, and he did the Suicide Squad, which was also Guardians. It's getting a bit tiresome. Change the record, James.
Yeah. Sword says, Trev, I explained parts of the plot a few comments ago. Thank you for that, but I am really crap at keeping up with the chat. I am trying so hard tonight. I don't know what it is. I have been working my nuts off this week, getting very little sleep, and I just feel it might have something to do with the amount of pregabalin I took earlier on with a Johnny Walker chaser. But anyway, it's nice and relaxed tonight, and I kind of like the vibe. But there we go. Look, Star-Lord. Look at her body language. It's like Gunn said. Watch Guardians. Watch the first one. Look how Chris Pratt does his mannerisms when he's playing Star-Lord, because that's all that's coming across to me. That's girl Star-Lord. What do you think, Swappers? Hello,
yeah, mate, I think that's just his template for everything, isn't it? Superhero based.
Is Chris Pratt the metric here then for this character? Do you think?
Yeah, he just can't let the character be the character.
I don't know. I think character is a word James Gunn doesn't fully understand.
Yeah. He just wants to be her as he sees her, and not how she actually should be, and how she was in the comics.
And did we not just have a movie ensemble of depressed F-ups in Thunderbolts? That didn't work. Why does he think this will?
Paul says this is quite good. I bet she has a Walkman with a mixtape.
Thrash metal from Krypton.
He looks like a Stranger Things reject.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm seeing nothing original. Sword says in the book the story is narrated from the point of view of the young girl. That's quite interesting, to be fair.
Oh, I forgot about that, but the book sucks, so that's no real help.
Hmm. Hey, look
Tom
at this.
King is a hack.
We are the Borg. Your technological and cultural distinctiveness will be added to our own. That's all I'm getting here. Let's rip off the Borg. Because everybody's doing it. And this character here is...
That is Taserface. That's stud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taserface! You might as well be called Ballsack!
She'll
That
probably
was,
be
that was
doing
about the
something
best part of that film.
subversive, like
Yeah.
throwing a fridge magnet at his face or something.
Oh dear, looks like he's had a face full of buckshot.
And Sword in the Storm's right. This is basically a True Grit ripoff.
I kind of agree with that assessment. I am trying to get through all of this. Let me just put that up on the screen. There we go, that's Sword's comment. The whole story is like True Grit. Oh, Paul. Calm down, dear. I agree with that, but I'm not reading it out because, YouTube's not liking comments like that. There we go. The atypical moment where she gets super duper angry and cross at the injustice of the patriarchy. And it's going to be full laser beam. Here we go. And that ship kind of looks like the Roger Young. Did you notice that in that scene?
Well,
I was getting
looks like a
Roger
blob
Young
from
vibes.
this Still here. I can't really tell what's going on.
Yeah, she laser beamed that ship, didn't she? Well, going back to that one. And she's taking ships out. And I think this is like the penultimate battle in the film. But yeah, she kind of goes from being all sassy to being all, I'll feel sorry for myself. But the thing is, I'm not, the trailer isn't anything really to go by, but it didn't hook me in because I all thought it was all very derivative. I thought, I've seen that before. I've seen that before. That comes across like
Yes,
that.
all in James Gunn films.
Yeah, it's all the same thing.
She
There's
spends
no
a lot of time
originality.
hungover, too. She looks hungover half the movie.
Oh, and then she does the old classic go up into orbit scene. What's she going to do next? Fly around in the opposite direction and bring somebody back? And then she's wearing the L family crest. But even that looks trash. I mean, Corin Sweat's Superman suit looked trash too. Or am I just being...
Did, yeah. No, it really did.
She's kind of like Down's Supergirl.
Yeah.
Oh, unfair comment.
Oh, sorry.
I can't stand what they've done with the symbol, though. They've just changed it too much, and it just doesn't resemble, the original enough anymore. It just looks like a geometric shape with a line across it. There's no nuance.
I mean, this is good. Franco says, we are Borg. Sorry, not Borg. Bored. Sorry. Brian says, wrenched, I might go see this because there's nothing less creepy than a man in his 40s sitting watching Supergirl. I'll come with you. Oh, dear. And Gavin makes a valid point here. You know what the movie is before you've even seen it. Oh, Graham says she looks about 10 in this screenshot. She does look rather too young, I think.
Yeah. Her body's tiny for some reason.
Because she's
trying
small.
to appeal to the Indian market.
I don't know. I'm getting a vibe there. Like, can you remember the wild kids in Mad Max 2?
Yeah.
And it was like a midgety one. She looks like that.
Yeah,
like a little feral.
Has been made before.
Little feral. Yeah, that's right. You're spot on, Esther. Yeah, a little feral, ferrety type creature. But obviously, this is going to be like the big battle towards the end, where she suddenly realizes, oh yeah, I'm like all she does as well is berate Superman. All the way through, from the beginning of the trailer, the dog wazzes on the newspaper that's talking about Superman, and then she constantly makes comments about him, how big of a sap he is. You know? Oh, that logo. Why? Why have they done that?
They just have to have something. They have to, every single new Batman or Superman sort of series or film, when they reboot it slightly or whatever, they have to change it to be their version of the logo. Every time.
I mean, it's all right putting your stamp on what you're doing, but at least make it look like what it should be. You know,
I hope at the end of the movie she finds the true symbol of the House of L and
That would be
updates her
good.
costume.
Yeah.
Franco's got a good comment there. It says Nuke from Aliens 5 years later. That's not a bad assessment, to be honest. Comment here from... Oh, sorry. There we go. Graham says, that dog, that was CGI, Pearson, some artist intentionally aimed at it for Superman, and a director okayed it. Yeah, I agree with that. But like I said before, all this film seems to do is berate Superman and undermine him and, you know, make him out to be less than what she is, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like she's more or less saying, yeah, I'm the sassy, cool one. And Kal-El, he's just like the boring one. I mean, David Corenswet does make an appearance in this.
So you have to wonder always with things like this. You just reverse the roles and see how everyone would react.
So do you reckon Otto Binder, Bill Quist Evely, and Tom King are all just James Gunn, you know, pseudonyms?
Tom King isn't.
No. But Bill Quist Evely, that sounds like a made-up name. So does Otto Binder. I don't know. There's something that... There's a little bit... It feels a little bit sketchy in places.
How is he going to get all his cast stalwarts that he has for every single one of his movies in this movie as well?
Yeah. I wonder if Nathan Fillion's going to be in it.
Yeah. Maybe
Got
on
to
a
get
screen
Nathan
or
Fillion
something.
in it.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I'm not expecting great things. It might be the smash of the year. Who knows? You know,
Yeah,
we're only
maybe it's just a bad trailer,
pundits
yeah.
here. You know,
Maybe the trailer's not doing it justice. Who knows?
Well,
I don't know.
based on data from previous engagements, I'm gonna have to say no.
Test screenings are not proving positive. Like I said before,
Yeah.
a lot of people cringed when Seth Rogen's character came on screen. Apparently, he's playing the voice of a character, so he's not actually there in body; he's just in voice.
Could be worse.
But apparently, everybody like, ooh, you know, that you can have too much of a good thing in Hollywood these days.
Yeah,
but
I
there's
mean,
not that.
the general feedback on the trailer is overwhelmingly positive. On the official trailer, you've got 375,000 upvotes to only 44,000 downvotes. So I think in general, normies are liking it.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's an age thing. You know, this film isn't for me. This is for a new generation of fans, but I don't think they're building a good foundation for DCU's future. James Gunn is just not the man to spearhead DCU. Neither is Snyder, to be fair. You know,
no, they're both equally bad as each other. I mean, the Snyder Bros are out in force going, oh, Netflix has bought DC. We could get the Snyderverse back on TV. No, we don't want that. He had his chance.
Yeah, Matt Reeves would be a better choice. The Penguin was awesome.
Yeah, I agree there, because that stood out. That really did. I mean, that show in itself had got so much gravitas and impact. Colin Farrell, whoa, he was on another level in that. I mean, maybe I'm overreacting, or maybe I'm just being a bit fanboy.
Embarrassing for Gunn, because he can't launch his Batman until Matt Reeves is finished.
Oh, and he just gone on about Batman. I mean, Pattinson as Batman. Come on.
No thanks. Pattinson can go F himself.
Do you know, I think that I mean, I'm a Keaton fanboy and an Adam West fanboy when it comes to Batman. But I think, you know, Christian Bale did a remarkable job as Batman. Possibly the worst Batman is Ben Affleck. He's just, I don't know. He's not got that vibe. He doesn't come across. He doesn't sell it very well. Do you know what I mean? It just feels like Pritt Stig. You know, they've just stuck him in there. And you almost expect him to do a fourth wall break like he's in a Kevin Smith film. And it's like, you're doing this one for your friend, right? And then he looks at the camera.
Right.
Yeah, you know which one I'm on about, don't you? Fictional characters. Oh, dear. That's another director who promised great things and then he drank the Kool-Aid and I kind of went off him. Kevin Smith, especially with the He-Man crap. I mean, come on.
Oh, God, don't remind me of that.
That was total horse milk. proper horse muck. I like your picture there of Helen Slater. Is that genuine, or is that one of your AI thingies?
No, that's a press still from the Supergirl movie.
That, I mean, Helen Slater, I hate to say it, she's got a fantastic body. I mean, she really did take good care of herself. I mean, judging pictures of her now, I mean, she I don't know, she gave me that Lindsay Wagner vibe.
Yeah, definitely. It's the eyes.
Yeah, I can't convey just how lovely she still is.
She's genuinely beautiful, isn't she, as a person?
Mm.
And to look at her, you think, wow, she has got that force, that dynamic to play a character such as Kara Zor-El, you know, and make it believable. It's just a shame the film was just a big pantomime joke. The script was terrible. But Helen Slater, I thought she did a fantastic job. Now that is CGI, swappers. You're probably going to get me in hot water with all these pictures.
Oh, it's everything's covered. They can't.
Right.
They can't get rid of those.
Lots of plus ones in the chat. Thank you, lads. Gavin giving us 2. Franco giving her 1. And then Help Desk giving her 2 1s. Nice. I don't think there's anybody currently in Hollywood who would do this film any justice at all. And I think it's going to be it's going to be a crap fest. It's going to go straight in the bin. This is not, I don't project good things for this film. It might have an audience, but at the end of the day, when it comes to taking kids, and I said this last week, when it comes to taking kids to the cinema, me as a parent, I have control. I'm the gatekeeper here. You know, they're not doing anything that I would want to sit in a cinema with my kids and watch. I mean, obviously, this is not for the younger ones, but, you know, I've still got a teenage daughter. I don't think she'd be bothered about going to see this. I know for a fact Destron wouldn't want to go and see it. It's just not our bag. It's not relatable.
I was trying to figure out who the audience for this is, and really, it's just for James Gunn stands.
Yeah.
And I don't think there are enough of those.
I mean, look at that picture you've put on as your Avi. I mean, that's Helen Slater now.
Yeah.
Look at her. She has taken good care of herself. And that goes a lot in my book. Trevor's the keymaster. I wish.
And I have to mention, I've met an awful lot of celebrities because of a certain club I'm in. And she is very intelligent and articulate, especially compared to most of them. I mean, she really, you could have a conversation like we have with her for hours. She's witty, she's charming, she's smart.
Yeah, she looks it as well. She looks like she could, you know, she could keep fans very happy with a decent conversation.
And she has no regrets for being a woman. She's like, she even made a comment. She's like, did you ever regret? Like, she did a movie called The Legend of Billie Jean, where she pretty much shows everything. And she's like, do you have any regrets about, and she's like, oh, hell no, I'm never going to look that good again. I'm glad that I have it recorded somewhere. Like,
I mean, she's owning it, isn't she? She's made it her own. And, you know, in the grand scheme of things, back then, I mean, it was a lot harder to have a sustainable franchise back in the late 70s and early 80s. And as a one-off, this was great. I mean, the only thing that let it down was bad script, dodgy special effects, and Faye Dunaway overacted. Yeah.
It was
pantomime.
Terrible script. But.
Right, I'm going to wrap up on this. Just quickly, I'll just go for your opinions. Swappers, do you think this is going to be a smash?
No, I really don't. There's probably a certain hardcore of superhero fans out there that ever since, you know, the Marvel movies leading up to Avengers, they're probably, you know, that's it. Superheroes are in their veins because they grew up with them. So they're probably all going to go out and watch this regardless. But I think most people who watch it are either going to be disappointed, word of mouth will spread, apathy will set in, and then we'll move on to the next film and this movie will fade into obscurity, I think.
That's a good opinion. Mr. Phobos, what do you think?
It's going to underperform just like every other single James Gunn product has. It's going to come out. There's going to be crazy bots on Twitter trying to convince you what a brilliant success it is.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, nobody's going to be talking about it.
Yeah. Z, your opinion, mate?
I think it's dead before it starts. Nobody's going to go and watch this pile of crap. It's going to be one of the biggest disappointments ever.
So it's going to be DOA then, is it?
Yeah, it already is.
I don't know. James Gunn's not made me a believer. He's not made this a film that I wish to go and see.
No.
There's just nothing there. It almost feels like it's a bit of a joke, really. Oh, sorry, we're just pulling your leg. Here's the real film with a decent actress and a decent cast and script.
I don't think they have 30 minutes to cut out of this movie to make it palatable for audiences either.
And it's just James Gunn, regurgitated trash. He seems to think he's got a mold for the perfect film, and he keeps doing it all across the IPs that he touches. Like you said before, with Peacemaker, that became a big joke. I don't think that's going to come back for a season 3.
It's not. It's already been cancelled.
Yeah, I know. I'll just hyperbolate it. There we go. That's a $10 word if ever heard it. Anyway, time for a quick commercial break because there's something happening at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Remember, kids, tonight is a B-sides night.
Johnson, for God's sake, man, stop playing with your joystick.
Join your host, ghastly, ghostly Adam Gray and his #1 chick, Barbara Lawrence. Get with the countdown, man, from 6 p.m. Pacific and blast off for Kicksville. No otters were harmed during the making of this ad.
At 6 p.m. Pacific time for the American crowd. That's 2 a.m. here in the UK. I try and stay up and watch it and end up falling asleep. I get about 10-15 minutes in and then boof, I've gone. But, like I say, no otters were harmed during the making of that advert.
Sounds like me with my ex.
I keep trying to send you a super chat and YouTube won't let me. So I thought I would just speak it out and send you $2.
Yeah, cool. If you want to, do you want to read your own super chat?
Yes, this is a theoretical super chat from Istaphobos for $2, and I tried to post a link for Adam in the chat, and I realized, oh, my name's Gray, so who do I gotta blow to get a wrench?
Oh, have you not got a wrench?
I've not got a wrench.
Okie dokie. Right. Let me just. Let me just get a slide up while I figure out how to do this. Right, Spielberg is apparently going to blow everyone away this summer with his latest offering, all about UFOs and typical fare. This reeks of Taken and Close Encounters and E.T. This is Disclosure Day. And has everybody seen the trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you think, Swappers?
Me first. Not a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, I know a fair amount about this subject that this film is supposed to be covering, and this could be taking any one of number of angles on the subject. It looks like he's not going down the same route he's done before with his previous movies of this genre. So it looks like a completely new approach. They're not revealing really anything whatsoever in this trailer. You don't even know it's about ETs or any kind of extraterrestrial life or anything really. I bet there's people that saw this trailer going, what was that all about? They wouldn't have a clue. And it does make me think an awful lot, especially with a bit with Emily Blunt, sort of like with strange sounds coming out of her throat. It makes me think it reminds me of Signs a little bit. And God, what else was there that it also reminds me of? Some obscure, I don't know. There's something in the UFO phenomenon called screen imaging, where ETs are supposed to make abductees not hallucinate, but they project an image into their mind, so they see animals instead of them.
Yeah.
So they think it's perfectly ordinary, like an owl or something. And that's what I assumed first of all when I saw it, because there's animals everywhere. But it's weird because they're not using the typical animals like owls and things with big eyes. They're using deer and red cardinal birds, which is on the logo for the movie. And I have no idea what that relates to at all. But there was a movie released a year or so ago by Barack and Michael Obama that was something to do with this subject sort of thing. I can't remember what it's called now. Not Left Behind. I can't remember what the title was. But that had similar kind of weird phenomena going on in it with loads of deer and animals sort of staring at people.
Knowing with Nicolas Cage. Is that what you're talking about?
No. This was only a couple of years ago, but Knowing was like ages ago, wasn't it? I think. So he's just trying to deliberately. This is more like a teaser than a trailer, isn't it? So he's deliberately being very cagey about this and very obscure.
It's very ambiguous. It's very light on plot. In fact, he's keeping everything under wraps purposely. Just a quickie. Internet Help Desk Plays Wrenched for £5 says, this is paying for a theoretical super chat from Ista from a chat from Atom asking why he doesn't have a wrench. Well, I'm feeling generous tonight. 4 new wrenches in the chat. You know who you are. Istaphobos. You are now wrenched, sir. Atom Grey, wrenched. Sword in the Storm, wrenched. And I'm sure there was somebody else. Hang on a minute. There we go. And Gavin Blackburn as well. Wrenches. And there's Ista. He's got one up saying,
you get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wrench.
For some reason, this has been a complete knob. It's not doing exactly what it says on the tin. There we go. For some reason, I couldn't get the super chats up on the screen. There we go. Ista for $2. Wrenched. There you go. Wrenched for the Potnacker Fund. Welcome to the conclave, sir. It's not exciting.
It wouldn't let me send Potnacker. I guess it thought I was trying to say knockers or pot, maybe. Yeah. They fixed that one.
Yeah, I put the word sexy in something earlier and it blocked me from posting it. Emily Blunt, though, she was nice before us, Pig. So are these creatures the metaphors for the aliens, then?
It's
visual
possible
metaphors.
It is possible, but it also could be to do with the fact that the Earth has this strange magnetic resonance, the Schumann resonance they call it, which animals use to navigate and like uses a sixth sense almost. And it could be some kind of disturbance with that, because there are ufologists out there that monitor constantly the Schumann resonance, because it does alter, just change when natural disasters happen, and cometry. What do you call it? Proximity of comets and solar flares. It comes all over the place sometimes, and it's something that you can't see, but you can monitor it, and it does sometimes occur and spike when a global event's going to happen. So maybe they're tuning into that. There could be an issue. There's something else in the trailer which is really strange as well, which is when they say numerous times that well done, Esther, nice one. There is this reference to 7 billion people on the planet, or 7 billion people deserve to know the truth. And there's only 7 billion, but we know, as we're told, at least anyway, by official sources, that there's at least 8 billion people on the planet. So I don't know what's going on there, whether there's 1 billion people roughly who have perished or died or left the planet, or maybe they're not human. I don't know.
That might account for it. Just a quickie. Internet Help Desk Plays, Wrench says, aliens hide themselves with hallucinations. Like that time I knew a girl who was abducted and they were disguising themselves as a group of men in balaclavas and hid their spaceship as a Ford Transit van.
I thought it's either a transit van or a rubber dinghy, isn't it? It's one of the two.
Well, you can't say the old nickname for a transit van now, because that can get you striped. So I'm not going to risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Also, there's a lot of religious iconography in this film. You've got obviously the crucifix there, and there's also a nun involved. But there's also this little red. I wish Gamer was here. He'd be able to tell me exactly what that bird is. What is it? Like a red sparrow? It's what?
Cardinal. Red cardinal.
Right.
Cardinal.
So this seems quite prominent in the trailer. It keeps popping up and popping up and popping up.
It's on the movie poster as well.
But Emily Blunt, obviously, she's the central character to this. She plays a heavily pregnant weather girl on an Atlanta TV station. And she's doing this weather report, and she starts making all clicky, weird noises. And how come is it this weather report seems to be going out everywhere? Because you've got like
Isn't it
these
a
people in
local
the gallery.
Kansas weather report?
Yeah, see, he's got a satellite phone, and it's showing up. Presumably the aliens are broadcasting it to everywhere.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. That it's been the transmission's been redirected to everyone's devices.
You got people on planes, everybody's watching it, and then this nun seems quite prominent as well. I'm just trying to think who that could be. I'm just looking at the cast.
I don't think I could have come up with a more generic trailer if I tried. My first impression of this was, it may end up being a decent film and it might be watchable, but the trailer's doing it no favors.
No.
It's just absolute. And I'm thinking, oh, this is the old Close Encounters trailer. This is pretty. I've seen this movie before.
Oh, Close Encounters did it way better.
Yeah. I'm only commenting on the trailer, not the movie, because with Spielberg, it's hard to know. His last efforts have been kind of dodgy, but he's an extremely talented director, or was. And the question is, does he have one more in him or not?
I don't know, but he's keeping everything under wraps. Even the character names on IMDb are not present. So we don't know who Emily Blunt's character is. And I thought, that bloke looks like Colin Firth, and it is. We get to see him a little bit later on, but she starts making all these noise. Fire in the Sky is a great UFO movie, says Gavin Blackburn. It is. It's very underrated. Sword says she's talking Yautja.
Well, she's really, it translates to, where is my Ozempic? I need my Ozempic.
Brian makes a good point of all those people on the plane. Airplane mode, people. Airplane mode. Atom says Potnacker backing up on her. Oh, this is interesting. Punchy says the trailer has a touch of JJ in the mystery box about it. You are absolutely correct there. Yes, Spielberg's purposely made this ambiguous as hell. It's. I wonder, is this going to turn out to be a corny disappointment like that M. Night Shyamalan thing? Can you remember that? That was Signs. That was just awful.
Yeah,
awful film.
Oh, if this turns out to be one of those, it's going to be bad. But
that was his opus magnum, wasn't it? A failure, that film.
Yeah, I mean, it's too early to tell, but it's the same question I used to ask my ex-girlfriend. Do they have one more in them or not? Who knows?
Yeah. Melvin says, Melvin Deeply, wrench for £5. Here's my pitch. Potnacker nuns in Vegas. I'm going to be rich. Who wants in? I'll buy into that. I will definitely buy into that. Sword says we need to set up a home for plastic directors. Yeah, we could call it the Ridley Scott Home for the Delusional. There we go. So anyway, I kind of killed it. I killed the stream. Every M. Night Shyamalan thing. Yes, thank you, Graham. He agrees. Gavin says, oh, sorry. Graham says, I'd buy that for $1. Let me try and find this one. Gavin says, this year's The Happening. Oh, Graham's got another good one here. With a Snyder wing on this Ridley Scott Home for the Deluded. James Gunn could be in there as he's got early onset delusionalism, if that's even a word. Colin Firth seems to be running some kind of CIA, NSA bunker type thingy. I don't think this is going to... This kind of role isn't going to suit him because he didn't... He was good in Kingsman, right? But he wasn't believable in places. And I think he's going to have that same flaw in this capacity. This is Josh O'Connor, the actor.
Yeah, but you were talking about your extra monitor. Think about how he feels.
Yeah. Crikey. I mean, what is it with people? Adam Driver's like become the foundation for how leading men are starting to look. He's kind of got the driver ears, hasn't he? And it's sort of... His face has got that kind of texture. Well, Emily Blunt, she's just going to be Emily Blunt. And like Sword said earlier, I'm not sure whether I still fancy her either.
Yeah, she's going to be a little less than him. It's unsettling looking at whatever is going on with her face. It just it looks seriously Botoxed.
Is it that cheek fat thing you were telling me about?
It's probably that with some Ozempic, and maybe she's got a clip on the back of her neck pulling her skin. I don't know, but
she's got bulldog clips like Homer Simpson had. Remember that time when he pulled himself tight and it was all bulldog clips?
I'm thinking more the facelift scene from Brazil.
Ooh, that's good. I like that. That's a great Terry Gilliam film. Very underrated. And Jumping Jack Flash as the protagonist. Good call.
I was thinking the facelift scene from the first season 2005 Doctor Who episode with Cassandra.
Oh, Cassandra.
Yeah.
Moisturize
me. And it's funny, the first airing of that one, you know, when they were watching the Earth get consumed by the sun when it was turning into a red giant. And they had Britney Spears on, didn't they? Was it Toxic? And then on the reruns, they had to change the music because they couldn't relicense
out of licensing.
Yeah, and that's the BBC. Defund the BBC. I'm not quite sure what's going off here, but Colin Firth's character seems to have the ability to control other people. You know what I thought I thought he looks like there.
Mark
Ruin Johnson. Not Ruin as in the streamer, but Ryan Johnson.
Oh.
Doesn't he look like him there? He's probably getting tortured for being such a failure for The Last Jedi.
Not round enough.
Have you noticed people have been really chirping up a lot about The Last Jedi recently?
Yeah. See, I thought that was Mark Ruffalo when I first saw the trailer.
Really?
Yes,
yeah, just briefly. But Elizabeth Marvel is playing the nun, since you asked. So she's been in quite a few things, from the True Grit remake to Lincoln to G20. I
wonder why she's not
massive
on
action
IMDb.
White House thriller.
Where did you get a name from there? Because it's not showing up on IMDb.
I got it from Grok.
Yeah, but the thing is, Spielberg is being purposely ambiguous about this. He's not going to give anything away. I mean, that doesn't even look like Colin Firth. So obviously, Colin Firth now has some kind of, he's tapped into something, and he can take over people, including Emily Blunt. But I tell you what it is. Emily Blunt's going to be like the Neo. She's going to be the Mary Sue of the film. I have that feeling.
That could be possible. You know, I kind of feel like...
Do you know what I thought this looked like to start with? I thought this kind of looked like that special sign from Germany in 1939. Because Spielberg's obsessed with that too, isn't he?
I was thinking of Space Whale's anus.
Speaking of which, Star Trek 4 on Just Great Movies, not next Tuesday. There's a trailer for that a little bit later on. Hello, computer. I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, it seems like whatever's going off, it's like an en masse thing. You know, I don't know. There's not enough meat on the bone. You know, but it's
I was thinking I would rather just have one of those blank black trailers with words saying, you know, coming June 17th. We'll finally have answers.
Do you know what I miss about trailers? Do you know what I really miss about trailers? Don LaFontaine. In a world, in a time when people made decent movies. I could probably do that. Hey, does anybody want me to do one of those? I could do one of those as live.
I thought this was V for Vendetta, and that's the Guy Fawkes mask right there.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon the cheat fat thing you were going on about. You did tell me what it was, and I did look into it, and my memory is just rubbish.
Buccal fat removal.
Yeah, that's it. She's definitely had that done there, because look how sunken her cheeks are.
Well, women are obsessed with cheekbones, but I've never met a man in 70 years that gives a shit about cheekbones. So, go figure.
Oh, Sword says, wrenched, when was the last time a movie had a decent trailer? I don't know, but I watched one yesterday for a bad film, but it got Don LaFontaine in it, and it made it all the much better.
That's Liam Neeson.
I don't know who you are, but if you let it go, I'll not kill you. I've got a certain set of skills. I've thought in February, I'm thinking about, because it's the shortest month, I'm thinking about doing really bad good movies just for 1 month. Obviously, I'm going to have to do Megaforce, right?
Oh yeah.
Right,
Galaxy of Terror.
No, well, I might do, but I thought of one last night, and I was racking my brain. I thought, what was that really good film? It was like it had got loads of big budget actors. You'd got Angela Bassett, you'd got Lou Diamond Phillips,
Strange Days.
Robert Forster was in it, and do you know who else was in it? James Spader, Supernova. That's coming in.
Yeah.
That's coming in February. That is a really, really underrated good film.
It also has a naked Robin Tunney in it.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't a bad movie. I don't think that was bad enough to qualify as bad.
Yeah, well, it failed it miserably. I mean, 2000 that came out. And I remember the Sci-Fi Channel showing the trailer for that like 4 times an hour. And I actually went to the cinema to see this. And it was fantastic. And I was just like, oh, look, there's Robert Forster there. I bet he gets killed off. But I'm not going to say anything because if you haven't seen the film, I'll leave it there. But that's coming second week in February on Just Great Movies. We'll be doing Supernova starring James Spader. Big budgets big budgets, big actors don't often equate to being a box office success. I mean, Spader, I'll give him credit. He's kind of done his own thing in the acting world. I mean, I love Crash as a movie. That's one of Cronenberg's best.
He's great in that movie too.
Yeah.
Look at all those monitors, man. Boy,
I'd be screwed.
I have to question the practicality of such a thing like that, though. It looks impressive, but you can see like the top row.
Do you know something? Is that a screen for every one person who might be an alien? Like you were saying before, I think you were saying, Swaps, weren't you? It said 8 billion people when there's actually 9 billion people on the planet. So are 1 billion people actually extraterrestrials? Is that what they're saying? Or
they might, these monitors are probably they're probably searching for something, so they've got like every searchable camera available, and then when they find something, they probably localize on it and blow it up to the full size of one of these big screens, I should think.
Hey, does anybody in the chat have a particularly good bad film, that we could do on Just Great Movies during February? Like I say, got Megaforce the first week in February, Supernova. I'm tempted to do Strange Days. That is an underrated film.
That is a great film.
And what makes me laugh every time I play Fatboy Slim, right there, right here, right now. That's Angela Bassett. Nobody knows.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You know that right here, right now on Fatboy Slim? That's Angela Bassett from Strange Days.
From that movie? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we talked about this before. Oh, Atom. Esther, you've come up with a good one there. Dennis Quaid and Robert Patrick Kelly in Dreamscape.
Love that as a kid.
That's a great film. And I couldn't get the thing out of my head. It's Sully. Remember, Sally, when I promised to let you go? That's right, Matrix, you did. I lied. In fact, Esther, you put Commando in there, and I did say we're doing that in second week of January. Oh, Atom says Krull is rough. Do you know what does me about Krull? When you realise the hero of the story is Mr. Eddington from Deep Space Nine. Huh?
Well, I didn't realize that.
You're
didn't realize it at the time it came out.
No.
I knew I found him familiar, but I couldn't figure out why.
Gavin says, do silent runnings with the 3 robots. Yeah, but I don't like Bruce Dern in that. He just creeps me out.
Life Force.
Hey, yeah. Now then, Punchy says Critters. So I think that's what I'm going to do. February, Megaforce. And then, I've got it. Right, Megaforce. Then Supernova, Free Jack, and then Critters. What do you reckon?
That's good.
That's a good lineup.
I reckon so. Oh, Ref says Hudson Hawk.
Never seen that.
Oh, no, that's just a bad movie.
Yeah. Paul Dutch Dicko says Strange Days is a classic.
I love that film.
We remember, Z, one stream, me and you, we got really talking about this. And then I'm absolutely sure we've done it. And I think we got Mandela'd. I swear down we did.
I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah, exactly. Tremors, says Ista.
Yeah, but that's kind of a good movie. So.
Yeah, it is.
Atom says Tremors is too good to be bad. It is in a way.
Yeah, it's actually an extraordinary movie, but it plays a bad movie on TV, which is what I like about it.
Yeah, but they cut it bad though, don't they?
In a similar vein to Tremors, how about Blood Beach?
Yeah, that is a classic. What's that? 1976, if I remember right.
Yeah, they were sort of going off the.
That classic scene. Hey, mister, we found a guy's wiener, and they chuck it at him.
Yeah, my money's still on
Classic.
Galaxy of Terror, man.
Yeah, it's been. I might have to give that a rewatch though, and I think you've kind of inspired me to do that because I haven't seen that for a good 12, 13 years maybe.
Punchy says Wing Commander. I've never seen that.
Oh, I love Wing Commander. Do you know who played a character in that? Do you know who was the? Do you know Merlin is in Wing Commander?
No, I've never seen it.
It's the onboard AI in the fighters, right? And it's rumored that was voiced by Mark Hamill. But Wing Commander, Punchy, I like that. I love that film. It's got Matthew Lillard in it as well, and that French bloke who was in The Core who gets crushed, Serge. I can't remember who he is.
Saffron Burrows as well.
Oh, Jürgen Prochnow in that as well, isn't it? And there's a load of people from Casualty in it. There is though. And you've also got what's his name? Lennox. Something Dean, not Dean Lennox, the other one. The one who was in Queer as Folk. The Manchester lad. He's in it as well.
They're all Manchester, weren't they?
Oh, crikey, it's going to bug me now.
Well, the selling point for Galaxy of Terror is the Taffy O'Connell scene with the giant worm.
Is that the one? Am I thinking of Star Crash, the one with Hasselhoff?
Yes, you are thinking of the wrong movie.
Yeah. I'm getting ET vibes here. There's somebody hiding out in the woods and there's a big search on. And I'm getting that whole, at the beginning of ET where Keys is trying to hunt down ET. I'm getting that vibe here. Anybody else feeling that?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, Ref says, that's actually, Esther, that's a good call, Iron Eagle. Ref says, what about Spaced Invaders?
I've never seen that one. I saw the trailer, I never saw it.
It's classic. Oh, Graham says, Daryl, you haven't put enough dots in it. And that's a totally implausible film as well because Sword says Daryl too. Totally implausible because he steals an SR-71, which is total rot. That is Barrett Oliver. He was all over cinema in the 80s. He was actually in Knight Rider in the pilot, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah. When
Who did he play?
He's that kid. When he goes to Comtron. And when he's going to go to Comtron, and he meets that waitress, and she thinks he's just another a-hole who works for Comtron, and it's the waitress. She kind of reminds me of Anne Thingamabob Lockhart. She's like the dollar store version of Anne Lockhart. And then he does a stunt show thing, doesn't he? They do a demolition derby at Comtron, and they've got all these limousines doing like a figure 8 crash thing. And Michael Knight goes in to do it and says he's going to win it. And Barrett Oliver's in the back seat and he gets in the front seat with Michael. And then he was in stuff like Neverending Story and Daryl. And his parents, apparently, they were of a very spacey religion, if you know what I mean. The one Tom Cruise is into.
Oh, yeah.
But they went like full hardcore with it, and he was indoctrinated into that, and he got himself out of it. Last I read about him, he's wrote a book about old style photography. He's like with plates and stuff like that, and he's really big on that scene, and he does it in an artistic way, apparently. But I'm getting taken as well. He keeps rehashing this ET thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, can you go back one slide? What's going on with the color grading in this movie?
Somebody said
Spielberg,
a bit of JJ.
he knows better.
Yeah, somebody said there's a touch of JJ. Was that you, Sword, who said that, or Punchy? I can't remember. Somebody did say it in the chat. You know, it's got that J.J. Abrams lens flare. And I think that should be... If you go to a movie and you see lens flare, I think by default you should get a refund. It was Punchy. Yeah. Punchy says, moi. There we go. Yeah, it was Punchy who said that. Good call. And it is, it's very JJ. That was a good call as well, Ista. I like that. Pick that out. Yeah, but like this scene here, that hand on the right doesn't look real.
No.
It kind of looks, you know, Space Baby from 2010, 2001.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look alien either. It looks plastic. It just looks like, you know, a big ball.
Just reminded me, there is talk, and I haven't finalized it with producer Brian yet, but maybe the third week in January we'll be doing 2010 because that's severely underrated. A very underrated film. Anyway, we're back to this nun. So yet again, there's a whole religious aspect running all the way through this.
Yeah,
so
I think they're trying to deal with the fact of what would happen with global religions if, you know, this thing was announced to be actually happening.
Yeah, because it'd unravel the entire fabric and system of how religion works. But is this an attack on Christianity? You know, because Hollywood seems quite keen to attack certain religions at the moment.
Yeah, they usually do. Like a good
and they're also very keen on leaving some of them alone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking that too. Like John Boyega was edited out of Star Wars in a country. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Yeah, we're back to this again. The whole look how she's got those birds on like a mobile above a bed.
Yeah, that's the definite symbolism going on there.
Yeah, and look, the angel ring kind of thing. Can you see like the boom, the like cane thing? It's hooked onto. That almost looks like a halo.
Halo, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got that the shadowing on the ceiling.
I thought that was a folded up twister mat for a second.
Yeah, kind of looks like that. Left hand green. See, are you still fond of playing that with being covered in baby oil?
I'm covered in baby oil.
Wouldn't it be motor oil for Z?
No. Baby oil's good for the joints after a session on Tatooine, I hear. It's like one of those oil baths.
I would figure the sand would get all gunked up.
No. And there we go again. We're on about Talking Heads albums. Sand in the Vaseline. Yeah, and the bird's back. So I think there's a lot of visual metaphors going off. And that child is somehow integral. And Emily Blunt. I wonder if this, in the progression of the film, is this the child that Emily Blunt's carrying?
Could be, yeah. I don't know because you hear a lot about abductees and stuff and how they carry ET babies that suddenly miraculously disappear, or star-seeded children that seem to be unnaturally clever and have abilities that most people don't. So maybe that's got something to do with it.
Yeah, Franco noticed the thing about the ceiling. Look at the shadows on the ceiling.
Is that back?
What's this here? Graham says, put iconography in a movie. See if people complain. You can claim they don't like religion. Atom Gray says, I came up with twister bed sheets decades ago. Could have made a fortune. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're baby oil proof. And everything's water soluble now anyway. But yeah, looks like Emily Blunt's going to be the Mary Sue for this one. What do you reckon, lads?
What's she holding in her hand here? I can't work it out.
You know that picture you put on of Obi-Wan? This used to be your mother. Used to be your mother's.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's a kind of special device. Obviously, it's a device with a purpose. But then again, is it going to be a MacGuffin story? And then you've got your Mary Sue, and then she gives birth to a child who becomes the space Jesus Mary Sue. Is it going to be one of those?
Yeah.
I'd like, Spielberg, I know he's done this on purpose to keep it all that mystery going and intrigue and build up suspense. I'll tell you how he's playing this, right? He got really in with Stanley Kubrick on AI. I wonder if he's going a bit Kubrick now. You know? What do you reckon, Z?
Maybe he's leaning more into that kind of symbolism and hidden meaning thing.
I've got to be honest with you. I've been very skeptical of Spielberg since West Side Story and Ready Player One.
Gold. Yeah.
So to be quite honest, his latest pairings are very, very hit and miss for me. And I'm not anticipating this movie as much as I thought I would do.
Well, let's not forget War of the Worlds wasn't great, was it?
Oh, God, no.
But at least you didn't
just
put,
you brought up Ready Player One there. And, you know, for me, that's a bit of a guilty pleasure, but only for the cheese factor, you know, and all the member berries, because I can see that film for what it is, you know? Like all the little traps there for the normies. I can see through all that stuff. But I like it for... It's shameless. It's not as good as the book, however.
No, the book is a masterpiece. I love the book.
I love the book, yeah.
At least he didn't put Rachel Zegler in this thing, though.
Oh, God.
I'll give him that.
I mean, I don't normally read fiction books, but somebody bought me that a couple of Christmases ago, strangely enough. And then it went on holiday with us, and I tend to buy a book at the airport or whatever, and then read that. Stargate Conspiracies, that's a good one, Swappers. You might like that one.
Not heard of that one.
There's it is. If you can't find it, we'll talk off air, and I will send you the book. You will love it.
Nice.
It was just one of those on a whim kind of things, and it goes really deep, and it goes back to like Aleister Crowley and this guy who was involved with MK Ultra and all that malarkey.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, and remote viewing. There's some of that in it too.
Yeah, I read that ages ago.
Yeah, I reckon there's a bit of remote viewing going off in here, because when Colin Firth is strapped down on that table and he's got that bit in his mouth, that mouth guard, and then he's like, you get a shot of somebody's hand balling into a fist. It's almost like his character is controlling a bunch of people.
Yeah, someone else I know thought of that as well. It's like in Game of Thrones when they can walk into other people. Looks like there might be something like that going on. This scene here makes me wonder if this house isn't a house, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's almost like that's the craft.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the house from Heavy Metal right before the log.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Amityville, but like a modern home version of. But then again, you've got the forest animals there with that child.
Yeah. If this entire movie is just using houses and animals to save on special effects from spaceships and aliens, I'm going to be pissed.
Yep. It's like Contact, isn't it? With Jodie Foster in it. It's I saw the trailers for that and everything, and I never did watch it, but I saw the trailers for it, and I thought, oh, this looks really intriguing, interesting. Can't wait to see this. I love anything about with aliens and alien contact and stuff. And my mate went to see it. I went to see a different film, and we came out and talked about it. And I said, so what did the aliens look like? Did you see all the spaceships? No, it's not that sort of film. You don't see anything. I'm like, oh, fuck that then. I never bothered watching it.
You know, there's always got to be a layer of ambiguity to protect how fragile the human ego is and how it can't comprehend life forms different from themselves.
This is a Christmas postcard. That's what
it is.
Yeah. It's like that jigsaw puzzle at your aunt's house, what you always wanted to put together, but she wouldn't let you. But there's got to be some kind of, I don't know whether ideological or theological metaphor built into this image. You know, there's a layer of complexity that's hidden away. It's like you can't perceive what it actually is.
Yeah.
And like you say, could it be? I mean, this seems to be some kind of nexus for the film. Maybe this old house is actually, you know, the spaceship, and this girl who's, I don't know. I tend to have a guess that child is the child that Emily Blunt is carrying. And this is several years after Disclosure Day.
Yeah.
But why all the? I don't know. You can keep things under wraps that much that it almost becomes like a decadent display of hubris, and people just walk away.
If the movie is that dependent on secrecy and gimmicks, it's not going to be good to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is the name Spielberg weighty enough to carry a whole film?
It used to be, but I don't think it is anymore.
Mm.
Half the audience never even heard of the guy.
Yeah.
They're all, 25 and under. Stephen who?
But he's
Sounds
so
Jewish.
obsessed.
Who's that guy?
He's so obsessed with UFOs and ufology and stories of alien abduction and the like. And how many things has he done that's related to extraterrestrial activity? You've got Close Encounters, you've got E.T. Taken, that became bloated and too heavy at one point.
I never did see that.
I lost interest. I got bored because the layers, let's get too clever with it. Instead of if you keep things on an everyman level, right, you make it an enjoyable experience. Now, when you're having to get people solving puzzles to get to the next level, and then, you've got to figure out the deeper understanding and meaning that's been hidden in the script. Why? Why do you have to make things overly complicated? Why bloat things past the point people are prepared to carry on watching? Because at the end of the day, you're going to push your viewers away because you're being a smart ass. That's no good.
Most people seem to forget as well. I absolutely loved it. Was Batteries Not Included?
Yeah, with Don Amici in it.
Mm.
Oh, that reminded me of a great thing I saw on the internet on a short video where some lass was trying to describe the movie Cocoon and called it something else. I can't remember what she called it. You know what I mean, though? Oh, dear. Cocoon. That's another film I'm not quite sure about. That got the Steven Guttenberg touch to it. And I don't know. After Police Academy, he kind of became a victim of his own success, didn't he, Steve Guttenberg?
Hmm.
I always remember him in The Day After.
Oh, yeah. God, tell you what, though, man, that film just gave me for a decade.
They made us watch that in Threads at school, and I was never the same after.
Bastards.
And Threads is kind of local to me, where the story takes place.
Yeah, that's right.
I've walked on the very sort of like same street you see getting melted.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear. If they ever did anything like that, I'd want to be instantly vaporized. What would be the point after that, living an existence like that? It becomes too much of a game of survival for my liking, to be fair.
Some people said that, that when they dropped the bomb on Sheffield, it caused, billions of pounds of improvements on the place.
Hey, have you been to Sheffield?
Yes, I have once. I went to that giant super, what's it called? The shopping centre outside Sheffield.
Oh, Meadowhall.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's what we call it locally, Meadowhall, just off Junction 33.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's not bad, I suppose. They've got a nice cinema there.
Oh.
But it's really, I mean, I struggle mobility-wise. So it was kind of, last time I went, it was kind of hard for me to enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
Oh, crikey. Kind of gone off on a tangent towards the end. Esther, what do you reckon? What do you reckon the crack is with this film, then? Any thoughts?
I think it is going to be very disappointing, an amazing letdown. Could be wrong. Based on the information that we're given and the odd behavior, I think it's going to be very underwhelming. But I think it's going to be even more built up, so people's expectations are going to give it that much more to lose.
Well, this is interesting. Sword says Barrett Oliver was in Cocoon. Ah, yeah, he was. Atom says Wilfred Brimley. He's got diabetes. Oh, Blaine. Hey, Blaine. Or was it Blair? Hey, Blair, we got something for you. Chuck a stick of dynamite down. Do you know, I always said in The Thing, don't you? Because we're going to have to do The Thing at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the husky walks into that room, I know exactly who that is. It's Gnarls. You know, the guy who's... Oh, no, sorry, Norris. You know, the guy whose head turns into a facehugger spider thing?
Oh, yeah.
That was him. You could... Although Carpenter, said it was somebody else, but you could tell by the shape of the head
Right.
and the silhouette. It's that guy.
Right.
And also that he's created an air of mystique about the ending. He says one of them is the Thing, but neither of them have got reflections in their eyes. Well, they both have, actually.
Interesting.
Because he had that thing, didn't he? He said, if you see somebody and they haven't got any light reflecting in their eyes, they're the Thing.
I don't know.
I think that's a bit of misleading rhubarb on John Carpenter's part.
Yeah.
Absolute tosh. They're both human at the end.
Yeah, they
If
are.
either of them were not human, then they would not have the need to communicate with the other. They would have simply killed them.
Yeah.
And why would it drink scotch?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
it's an organism. It would kill itself. You know, on contact, it would burn it away. It would kill it off.
Yeah.
That's not to say that they don't both die in the end, because obviously that's
Oh, they're going to freeze to death, aren't they?
yeah, that's the most logical progression. But I don't think either of them was the Thing.
I think in the end they did become a couple of fish fingers, essentially. You know, they were just frozen solid. Bless them. Oh, do you know, we got off on several tangents tonight, but they were really good tangents.
Oh yeah.
And everything had a purpose. Z, your final thoughts on Disclosure Day?
I'm 50-50 on it. It could go either way. It's either going to be a work of art or it's going to be one of the worst films you've watched in recent memory.
Yeah. I
Do
mean,
you think we're all going to be walking out of the cinema like completely silent and just looking at each other and going, "What the was that?"
What the hell was even that?
Yeah.
what the hell even is that? I love that guy.
Daddy chill.
Daddy, chill. I love that.
I thought I finally found a decent picture of Millie Alcock, but it was a young Rebecca Romaine.
No.
My bad.
Oh, yeah. There's not one person who's bankable in Hollywood at the moment. Why have we lost like real manly characters? You know, where have all the really good actors gone? Are they all on a blacklist?
Yep.
No, you got people like James Gunn kicking them in the balls and having a dog piss on their face.
Do you know, he came in and said, look, I'm going to be the be-all and end-all of DCU. I'm going to rebuild it how it should be from the ground up. And so far, it's just been consistent flops.
This week he came out and said Batman is a boring character and needs shaking
I know.
up. What the bloody hell?
I nearly spat coffee when I read that, and I thought, what the hell is this guy even... What the hell even is that? That's what I thought. How could he possibly say that? The last...
most successful DC character of all time.
Do you know, the best DC films ever, Superman 1 and 2, because they're both great films, but I would prefer the Donner cut out of the pair of them. I like the Donner cut, to be fair.
Absolutely.
So you've got your Supermans, Tim Burton's first two Batmans, and then Nolan's stuff. Yes, I'm Bane. I'll box your ears in.
You think darkness is your ally?
Yes, I'm Bane. Can you remember on South Park when they were all doing the Bane voice to get stuff? That was amazing. Randy Marsh, I am Bane. It's not that hard to do. I love that. Do you know something? I think DCU doesn't need some bombastic moron like James Gunn. Oh, look at me. I've got all the bravado in the world. I did Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, I rescued Marvel. I did wonders at the MCU. Do you know, all the franchises at the moment aren't worth their light. None of them are worth the salt. There's nothing at the moment that's strong enough, as me as the gatekeeper of the family finances, there's nothing that I want to go and see. In fact, the only movie, do you want to know the only movie I want to go and see at the moment?
Go on.
Zootopia 2.
Class.
You know?
I mean, who can resist that hot rabbit? Judy Hopps is like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, but Jason Bateman as a fox, come on. Hello.
No.
That's bank right there.
My thought is, even if this movie is good, I don't want to stare at the weirdness of Emily Blunt's face and bad CGI animals for 2.5 hours.
Ooh. Sorry, Esther. Somebody has mentioned something. There's been a chat about Brian Dennehy, and Sword has said this. FX, Murder by Illusion. They were a great bunch of films. Brian Brown.
Yeah, those
Brian
were
Dennehy.
great films. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was a Hollywood makeup kind of guy, wasn't he? And he was going to get framed for murder. And he has to get out of it. That is, Brian Brown. He was a great actor. What the hell happened to that guy?
Yeah, I'd rather talk about that than this piece of shit here.
Yeah, let's bounce this off. I've had enough of this. I am so disappointed with everything that Hollywood is offering me as an option to watch this summer. Avatar, there's no way in hell I am going to pay money to go and see that. James Cameron has become Ridley Scott. Overinflated ego. He's expectant of high reward for anything he does. I bet when he goes for a dump and he flushes, he's expecting an Oscar for it or something. Or he's got somebody stood behind the door. That was a marvellous jobby, sir. Oh, wonderful. I'll spray some Febreze in the toilet for you, sir.
Would you like me to smell it?
Go on,
looks
sir.
like Brown has been doing a lot of television lately. He's
really
active. Yeah, a bunch of Australian TV shows. It's funny. He looks a little Hugh Jackman-y in his youth.
Yeah.
These are all Australian TV series starting about 2019, 2018, and
you've just reminded me of something there, and I have now totally forgot. Crikey, that's why I jump in. I'm a little bit rude like that, but hey, it's the autism. I have to strike while the iron's hot. But I did think of something from Down Under. Oh, crikey, it's gone. But you're on about stuff from Down Under. I just thought of another thing. Anthony Starr started in the worst soap opera in New Zealand, Shortland Street.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And we're gearing up for season 5 of The Boys.
Ugh.
Oh, don't you like The Boys?
I love the first season. You can
it's better than the comic.
Rest.
It is better than the comic. I've just remembered what I was going to say now about Australian actors. I tell you, he's doing a lot of stuff voiceover-wise, and you never realise it's him. Nick Tate, from Space 1999.
Yeah, Alan.
Yeah, Alan Tate, sorry. He was Nick Carter then, wasn't he, if I'm thinking that? Or was he Alan Carter?
Well, he's Alan in the show.
That's Nick Tate then, yeah. He does loads of voiceover stuff, and he even got into the trailer scene as well. He was doing the trailer route. He was up there. But I tell you something, when Don LaFontaine passed away, there was nobody there to fill his boots, because he was in a time, in a world, where James Cameron goes for a dump, and the world comes to an end. It's one of those. Oh, dear. I'll tell you something, lads. It's been absolutely fantastic tonight. I think we're about done here, because I am... Oh, here we go. Just one more. Poor Carl Urban.
Well,
Do you know, he's been consistently great in everything. I think he does... I mean, Dread. We need Dread Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's too late now, man. They waited way too long.
Well, apparently there is talk on Amazon of resurrecting it as a TV series. Carl Urban says, I'll do it. I'm up for it. If you greenlight it, I'm in. That would be great.
Yeah.
Now, there are a couple other guys that do movie trailers. Did you see the commercial where Don LaFontaine and 3 other dudes were in a limo and they were all trying to out-trailer each other? That was hilarious.
I saw an old advert on YouTube where I think it was for Blockbuster, where Don LaFontaine was in a closet under the counter. They kept getting him out, and what's this film like? In a world. And he was doing that, and I thought, wow, that is so good. Because every time I think of Jurassic Park, that he did all the trailers for that. And he did most of the really big iconic films of the 80s. He was just fantastic.
Yeah, Hal Douglas and Don Morrow did quite a few too, though. So there's still some guys left, but he was the big one, though.
Yeah, sure. And nobody's replaced him. I would love a voice like that. People say I've got a good voice for radio. I wonder why. Oh, there's nothing like what I think. If I'm still in radio this time next year, I will be so thankful because it's become from a big ocean, it's now a puddle of ever decreasing circles. It's just so bizarre.
Wow.
And I've told a few of you. I actually got, I did a show, and I thought, oh, that's great. And I've been with this station for a long time, and things were going great. And I did my last show, and then a couple hours later, I get a phone call. We're letting the team go. We're going in a different direction.
What?
They'd replaced everybody with a plugin, an AI plugin for the playout software. So the guy who runs the station, he voices everything, and then he runs it through this plugin. So in the morning, he's a guy. Mid-mornings, he's a woman. And then he's a guy for another 2 shows, and then he's another woman. Then it's automated from midnight till 7, and he does it all. This one guy's doing it all now.
Jesus.
So they got rid of 8 of us in total, and replaced us with a 1,200 quid plug-in.
Shocking.
Yeah. And nobody's listening to it now, because you don't just replace everybody in one fell swoop.
Yeah, exactly.
Just too obvious. And then there's like listeners reaching out to us saying, well, where have you gone? What's happening? It's not for me to say. You know, I can't turn around and say, you know, oh, sorry, we've been replaced by an AI.
Mm-hmm.
So leave them with it. And it's a shame, because it was one of the places I really love doing the show. But, you know, there you go.
Sign of the times, isn't it?
Sword says, where's HR? You're joking, right? You are joking. You know how people, there's like a lot of trolls at the moment doing that tipping meme. If you can't afford to pay this on a tip, don't go out and eat.
Yeah.
You know, working in radio is so cutthroat, so dog eat dog. And these people running the places don't want to pay anybody. You know, they think we're all just monkeys, and we do it for the love of it. Yeah, while it is a game of fun communication and playing with all the buttons and knobs and stuff, you know, I'm primarily there to put pork chops on the table for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not doing it for the good of my health. I'm doing it for the good of my kids' health, to be fair. Ah, dear. Sword says, does AI count as a DEI hire? I don't know. It's a plug-in. 1,200 quid. Leave them with it. Stick it up the bum. Up your bum. Like that film with Thingy Lloyd in it. What was her name? Emily Lloyd. Do you remember her?
Oh, yeah.
She disappeared. Hey, we might as well just hang on for a little bit, because I've got a trailer for next Tuesday's Just Great Movies. It's going to be another absolute banger for Trek December. Are you up for that, Z?
I know you're on the list. Will be there.
I can't remember if you're booked in, Esther. I'm not quite sure.
I'm there if you want me. I love this film.
I will do. I will look at the sheet. We've got anti-derivative Gil joining us. This is one of her favourite Trek movies, so it'll be quite cool to have her on. It'd be nice if Scotty was what's the word?
Sober.
Played nice. He could have joined in too, which is a bit of a shame.
Emily Lloyd put on a bit of weight, didn't she? Wow.
I don't know. I don't know. So I want to thank everybody on the panel. Thank you, guest number 1 swappers, Istophobos and Z3PO. Thank you for joining me tonight. I want to say absolutely fantastic in the chat tonight. Brilliant. Brian, I love that comment. I'll just put this on the screen very quickly. No names mentioned. Oh, and what's this? Sword in the Storm. Finally, a woman on the show. Hey, I'll tell you something. The amount of times I reach out to Vex, but she's so super busy that she hasn't got time to come on a Friday, which is a shame, because I like having Vex on. She's a good laugh. She's a good crack when she gets going. We're talking about her ham bap, who her misses. And on that note, thank you for watching. Here's a trailer for Tuesday's show. Next week on Just Great Movies, as Trek December continues.
Hello, computer.
We'll review Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. This one is a fan favourite. Do you agree? Would the panel agree? Join us next Tuesday from 9 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. Eastern.